What's up, guys? This is Jimmy, also known as Jumanji1776. I am a moderator at Option Goats Trading LLC. Yep, that is right. We are an actual LLC out of the state of Wisconsin. Here is our website. Check it out, Option Goats Trading, right down here. If you go down a little bit more, it'll tell you if you join for free. If you hit this button right here, it'll show you be able to chat in the general chat. I'll share one of my trade ideas every now and then. But if you join the OG Prime membership, basically what you would be getting, like what it really comes down to, is that you'd be able to use the OG Flowbot within the Discord server. So what does that mean? So like this is all this right here is the OG Flowbot. So if you wanted to do any type of scalping, this gives you the entry, the type of position, the target, the stop loss, potential profit, and it even suggests what kind of equity that you should be going for in that scenario. Repeated flow, any type of option flow that brings up to this attention right here, comes up right here. The bullseye bot gives you good trade ideas. If you're a member, a paying member, and you click on this link right here, it'll give you a good history or what happened to the call after the call out from the bullseye bot. This one went up 14% afterwards. So this is like an example of what it would look like. Crypto signals, crypto breakouts, large sweeps, large block trades, analysts, upgrades, breaking news, bot, insider trading, all that good stuff. So that's basically the main thing that you'd be getting if you get the OG Prime membership. If you use the code SPRING30, that would get you 50% off. So instead of paying $60 per month, you'd be paying $30 per month for 3 months. So if you do decide, make sure to use that code right there, SPRING30. Okay, so this is the swing recap for the week of August 2nd. So let's get started here. We always start off the video with looking at the profits page. So it looks like MB, man, MB, you've been trading Ford so well. Here's MB playing the Ford puts. Again, last week he won the Hall of Fame, but this week he got 38% out of these F puts right here. Abby, which I'll go over in a bit. Warren Buffett coming out really well with the 490, and then 1425 square. I had my profits in the Dow, Comcast, and Abby, so those came out really well. MB, so 140 bucks, 108% for Ford. Again, MB just killing it with Ford. Again, 44%. Again, 45%, and then again with the 48% right here, and his portfolio is growing. So good job there, MB. That's freaking awesome. Warren, 125 bucks right there on FFTOV, and then 212 bucks on MU. Looks like he's got shares of Hood, 270 shares of Hood, and it looks like it made $410 on AMD right there. My Dow and Abby looked really good on these days. 162 bucks, 86% on AMD, and then we got 254 bucks, 144% on Uber, and then 108 bucks on, I can't tell what that was, on Penn. And let's see, making $1,000, 70% on Square. Warren's just killing it like usual. Nas, man, you were on a really good streak, man. So don't get too hard. Don't get hard on yourself for not having it. You know, last week. You know, you're not always gonna have every week. So okay, so that was everybody's profits. So let's go over some of the trades that I opened up. Or actually, let's go over some of the trades I closed this week, because I did have some positions that I ended up closing this week. So let's look here. So 8-2. Okay, this was the first day. Okay, so what happened last week on Friday is that we did receive our dividends from PDT. So there are my dividends. I got 115 bucks right there. I got 42 right there. So a total of, what is that, 156, 157 and some change. So really happy about getting my dividends right there. Abby was up 40 bucks here. Dow Jones was up 10 bucks here. Here's kind of an overview of the Dow Jones trade. We shorted the top right up here on the Dow right here, and then it came down to the 200 SMA. I didn't exit right there. I probably should have, but I'll get to that point here in a bit. So this was the day on, let's take a look. Let's pull up a chart here because I'll be able to explain it a little better. Alrighty. So there was a day last Tuesday that everything was kind of coming down. So here's the Dow. Here's August 3rd. So it was this day, came down, right? Came down right there. CMCSA came down right there on August 3rd. And the Dow, August 3rd, right here. Boom. So all of our spreads were hitting on this day. So here's 29%, 26%, 53% on ABVI. ABVI 2, ABVI was coming down that day too. Wow, ABVI came lower. What the hell? Wow, holy smokes. Yeah, anyways, okay, so here's a third. So it came down to 115 and actually went as low as 114. We could have held on to that one, but that's okay. We still came out okay. We ended up getting out of ABVI. So if we go back to some of our callouts, this was one that I opened up quite a bit. So what I did here was I sold the 119, bought the 120 for a premium of 44 times 2, so collected 88, and my max loss was $112. So we shorted up here, and then it came down. This ended up being a great trade. This was a great trade, even if I decided to keep it, if I wanted to roll it. This ended up being a really good trade just because ABVI likes to come down. ABVI is one of those stocks that once it hits a new high, it likes to reset itself. So maybe I'm going to set another alert for 119, 120 to see maybe it'll punch through that again. If not, then we'll set an alert for somewhere up here, and we'll watch next time so that way maybe we can short the top. So that was the ABVI trade, and we got out with 67% profit. So really happy about that one. Update on Comcast there. Dow was being green. Roku. So here's our Roku situation. So Roku is down at our strikes for our iron condors. This is still pretty early because we got it for September. This would have been really good if we got the August ones, but I wanted to get enough time. Just so happened to be, too early for them. So if you don't remember the Roku trade, this is what it was. You bought the 380, sold the 385, sold the 390, bought the 395, or you collected a premium of 950, and the max loss was $50. So basically what we're saying is that Roku, exactly where it's at right now, it's going to be here a couple more times, right? It crossed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times already since the beginning of 2021. So is it going to hit another time in the next 2 months? Probably, right? Or a month and a half? Probably, right? So I chose not to close it. I probably would have closed it for, I don't know, like 25, 30 bucks this week. But you know what? I want to hold on to it. I want to see if maybe we stay around this area a couple more times. Do I think it's going to cross the next 2 to 3 weeks? That would be ideal. That would be ideal. That way you get out with 50 to 100 bucks. Just because we only risk 50 bucks in that play. So, okay. So looking at Roku. All right, out of the Dow Jones. So here's our trade for the Dow Jones. So here it was. So for DIA, we're selling the call vertical spread. We're selling the 350, buying the 351. 86 was the expiration. Premium collected was 55. Max loss was 45. So Dow Jones, let's take a look at that. So there's our trade. Well, actually, it was over here. It was this one right here. I re-entered, I guess I should say. That was the re-entry, was up over here, but we sold here. And then on August 3rd, this was the day it came down. It also came back down on August 4th. So I ended up closing it on August 4th for the 30% profit, which is 16 bucks. Nothing too crazy, especially on the indices. I'm not looking for anything too crazy. 15, 20, 30 bucks. The stock is always going to retrace itself back down, especially on the indices. So that's why if I see green, I'm going to take it. So it's never going to be like the full profit. I'm never going to hold it till expiration on the indices trades. So that's probably that's a good example of what that looks like. So Nxpi. So this was a trade that I ended up opening. See, a couple days ago. Let's see if we can pull it up here. All right, so now this one's creeping up now. Do I still feel good about the play? Yes. So what did we do? So on the 4th, which was on Tuesday, I think. Let's see here. The 4th, which was on a Wednesday, we sold the 212.50 and bought the 215 call. It's for 820. We collected a 199 premium, and we max loss is 151. So here it is, 212.50, 215. Right now it's in the middle of our strikes. So what do we need? Like next week, like preferably next week, we would need some type of retracement under 1250, and we'll be able to cash out for more, be able to buy it less than the 99 that we sold it for. So it's a semiconductor company. I'm bullish on semiconductors, but for Nxpi, this is a stock that has been around for quite some time. And if we look at how many times it's rejected off that level, I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, kind of, is numerous times. So am I thinking it's going to retrace back down again? Yeah. I mean, realistically, yes. Even if it does overshoot, it's going to come back down, in which case, good thing that we got for August 20th. So that way we have it to work itself out next week and have itself work itself out the following. So feeling pretty good about that play. So Nxpi. So all right, so keep it on going. GENI. So this is a play I've had for quite some time. This is actually the one I had on the Benzinga video. This is a so this is an iron condor. Let's make sure I get this right. There's 20. 22. Oh, here it is. 2250. This one, the strikes aren't very far away from each other, so that's why. Let's see. So there's 1750. Okay. So to kind of give you an idea of what this trade is, so I sold premium on this trade, and the strikes are on Jenny. I have them right here. Okay, it is 1750. Okay, so 1750, which is this blue line right here. Okay. So let's make this a little bigger. Oops. There we go. All right, there's 1750, there's 20, there's 2250. And then let's make a line for 25 because that's where the last strike is, even though it's way the hell up here. All right, so here are our blue lines. And let's make sure this one's right too. Style, make it thick. Nice. All right, so here is our area that we need. Okay. So let's move it right over here. Perfect. Okay, so we sold the 20 put, and then we bought the 1750, and then we sold the 2250 call and bought the 25 call. And these are all for August 20th. So these are all for the fall, not next Friday, but the Friday after. What do we need? We need the stock to be between 20 and 2250 by the next 2 weeks. And it's starting to come back up, as you can see right here. So it came down lower, came up, it's starting to creep back up. If the market goes bull, this is definitely a stock that I will like. If we get in that area between now and August 20th, we would, because we only sold premium for like, or excuse me, sold the premium for like, let's see. It was a chunk. I know it was a chunk, but I think it was like 200. So if we go back up here, we should be able to gain about 100, 150. So I feel pretty good about this play. I think Iron Condor was the play on this. I mean, kind of looking back at it, maybe I could have gone long down here just because this is where it's always bounced off of. But the strikes are so far apart. You know, 1750, it's now going over 1750. I would have not been green until now. Whereas with Iron Condors, I'm a little red, a tad red, where down here I probably would have been a little bit more red. So that was definitely the play. So there's Nxpi. I redid the, oh, well, I already went over that. I redid the DIA on Dow Jones. So let's go over here. We did 352, 353. So what did we do here? So, okay. So here's the Dow, right? Here's the Dow. I'm shorting the top again. So here's a 352. Here's the 352 and the 353 right up here. So this area, we were able to sell that premium for, let's check it out. Sell the 352, buy the 353, August 20th. right? So now we have not next week, the week after. We were able to sell that premium for 55 bucks. Look at that. That's crazy because the stock is at, if we take a closer look here, look at that. There's our first strike. There's our second strike. We sold it when it was up here for August 20th, and we sold it for 55 bucks, which is more than half of the premium that you would use, or that's 10 bucks more than what you would usually get if the stock is towards the bottom of the legs. So this was definitely an example of premium being pumped, right? Because typically if you're in the middle, like in the middle here, it should be about 50-50, right? You're selling premium 50-50, or for 50 bucks, your risk is 50. But we even have this to our advantage, right? Our advantage of this being closer to the 52. If this goes lower next week, we're going to massively get automatically get 15 or 10 bucks of premium if this retraces back to 351. So that was a really good play. I feel really good about it. Even if we don't come out well, I mean, even if the stock goes up back up here, we're still going to be around what we collected the premium for. So really, I'm not mad at this play. I'm really happy that we were able to capture more of that premium on this one. And you know, the Dow basically gapped up and went up. So obviously the calls are all going to be pumped up. So really like that play. Other than that, I think that's about it. Oh, and then I got one more, our Hall of Famer this week. So I was trying to decide. I was like, well, you know what? I'm not sure, you know, what we want to do with the winner from, you know, we just had MB winning last week, but it's just so impressive that this guy, again, with the F calls, making money again. 48% there, 44% there, 107%. Look at this, again with Ford. The double dip. The double dip on Ford, $14 strike put, made 108% on this one. Let me make sure that's not the one I'm looking at, right? No, that's a different one. Yeah, it's a different one. Since the put's on the last one, let's do the calls. So MB, congratulations, bud. You won the Hall of Famer for last week, or for this current week. Looks like he bought 50 contracts. Let's see if I'm looking at these right. Yeah, let's go with this one. The 415 call. He bought 124 calls, and he came out with 48% return. Dude, that's awesome. 124 contracts. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. That's crazy. But good job, MB. You won the Hall of Fame of this past week. Just a reminder, guys, make sure to post your profits or member trades in the member trades channel. This is Jimmy, moderator at Option Goats Trading. Now, MB, you're going to be entered for the Hall of Fame monthly winner. So keep an eye out for that. You might win the $50 prize. I might be trying to see if we can get polos going, so that way we can start getting some merch going. But other than that, guys, make sure to hit subscribe at the bottom right of the page. It'll be right down here. And then check out our other videos. We also have a credit spread crash course. So other than that, have a great weekend. It's Saturday morning here. It's before 8 a.m. on a Saturday morning in Salt Lake City, and it's super smoky. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Keep trading. Have a great day, and we'll see you next time.